Hello, and welcome to my presentation on PSA methods. We will go through an overview of these steps involved in this process, and then in part 2 I will guide you through my success using this method on a project. PSA basically has 5 components: plan, research, draft, review, and distribute. As each of these 5 steps is important, I'll go over how to complete each step. In the plan step, it is first important to think about what the problem is you're trying to solve. Once you are settled on that, figure out who your audience is. Who will your document be addressing? Once you decide on your audience, it will shape the decisions you make about the rest of your document. Envision your end goal for this project. What is the ideal outcome? What are the necessary steps to achieve this? Once you have sufficiently planned your document, you may begin the research step. Start gathering all kinds of information about your problem, such as why it exists, why the current solution is not working, how similar situations have been handled, etc. Consider the needs of your audience. The more information you have during this stage, the easier it will be to connect to your audience. Starting your first draft from scratch may be a bit daunting, but what I find easy is to just get all of your ideas out on paper, then think about organization of the information. In this step, think about the design and layout of your document. Is the presentation of your information clear and concise? Avoid walls of text. Organize information and think about the informational hierarchy. After you have all of your ideas together in a first draft, have a look at it. Use spell check. Pretend you are in the shoes of your audience. After you have reviewed your work, pass it along to a trusted friend or professional writing resource. It is good to get feedback early enough to make changes to your draft. Take all of your revisions into consideration and then change your document accordingly. Think about how your document will be viewed by your audience. Will it be a hard copy, a private email, or a public presentation? Prepare the document accordingly. If it is a presentation, practice it in advance, and even try to visit the place of your presentation in advance if you are unfamiliar with it. Now I will discuss putting these steps together successfully. My problem was ill-informed customers. Starbucks gift cards are not accepted at my location, but it is not very well communicated that this is so. In the end, I knew I wanted a clearer way to get this information across. In my research, I went to other stores to see what their solution was and if it was working. I also did a couple of placement experiments with the sign to see where it was noticed the most. I also evaluated the information that customers are given and what information I thought needed to be added to the new sign. Here you can see an example of a draft from my project. I received feedback on it, and in my next step, I will implement the suggestions that I see fit. I have now fine-tuned my document and checked for errors. I am almost done. The form of distribution for my proposal was through email, so I made sure to use correct email etiquette and free of spelling errors. After you have distributed your document, be sure to check for feedback to keep improving. This is the end, and have a great day, and don't forget to use PSA for your workplace documents.